you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get your medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire when the furnace breaks. It could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coats when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. I'll put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Or I could be the man who grows old with you. Be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow old with you.
Yep.
If there's a hole in your soul, you gotta fill it. If your cup is overflowing, don't spill it. You better hold it while the whole world's spinning around. And when your eyes look down on another, just remember that he's your own brother. This kind of love ain't gonna go under. I've found that when you love one another, only good rain comes down. And if you feel like you've stopped learning, if the wood in your fire ain't burning, better spark another match, start twirling your wheel. Better turn it towards righteous living. Stop taking and start your giving. Yeah, this is the one thing missing. I feel that loving one another is the only thing real. Don't let your blessings turn into stone. That kind of living will leave you all alone. If there's a hole in your soul, you're gonna fill it. And if your cup is overflowing, don't spill it. You better hold it while the whole world's spinning around. Don't let your blessings turn into stone. That kind of living will leave you all alone. And when your heart is troubled by feeling, yeah, remember there's a way to spark healing. Yeah, the first step is when you start believing it's real. Yeah, this is the one thing missing. I feel, yeah, that loving one another is the only thing real. You and I'd never been that far away from home. We made a few records, top of the charts, flew around the world, became big stars, climbed up the ladder, broke some hearts, drank 1,000,000 beers in 1,000 bars. I met another girl, had a couple of kids. It didn't work out, but what a gift. I met my soul, became my wife, my love and my rock, we're in it for life. Life's got a way of making things pay, no matter how hard we try to refrain. Fate or love, reconcile the passion and the rage. I made it this far, keep turning the page. Oh yeah, where would I be now if I hadn't met you? Right place, right time. Oh yeah, yeah. Where would I be now if I hadn't met you? Right place, right time. Yeah. Bound till the day we part. We share the same bus to the school they taught art. Teenage kicks, shoot for the stars. We read some clubs, even saw me sing. They asked if we'd record with them. We said, well, sure, so we drove to the smoke. I'd never been that far away from home. We made a few records, top of the charts. Flew around the world, became big stars. Climbed up the ladder, broke some hearts. Drank 1,000,000 beers in 1,000 bars. I met another girl, had a couple of kids. It didn't work out, but what a gift. I met my soul, became my wife. My love and my rock, we're in it for life. Life's got a way of making things play. No matter how hard we try to refrain. Fate or love or chance we deal. All the beautiful words, serendipity. Oh yeah, where would I be now if I hadn't met you? Right place, right time. Oh yeah, yeah. Where would I be now if I hadn't met you? is coming through. Oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness, and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling,
As Georgia and Russ come together to make special promises to each other, we want to also acknowledge that two families are coming together and welcoming a new son and daughter. So I'd like to ask, do you, Mark and Gay, officially welcome Georgia into your family? Please respond. We do give them away.
We do give them away.
And you, Gerald, Wendy, and Peter, also officially welcome Russell into your family. Then please respond. We do.
We do.
Please be seated. Oopsie. You okay? Yeah, exactly. Hold hands and turn to the guests. Just turned a little bit to the guests. Georgia and Russ, welcome to this beautiful place and day that you've chosen to celebrate your love for each other. And by virtue of what happens here among us, this will become a very special place for the two of you, for you two children who clearly stole the show, but also for your family and friends and colleagues that all have come here to offer their respect and support for what you have come to celebrate today. I believe there's quite a contingency from Australia. Can I see some hands up who's come all that way? After all this traveling and moving from continent to continent, today is also really a moment of homecoming, really, of your love, of being a family, but also of celebrating your love with all those who are important to you. And so, Russ and Georgia, just take a moment to have a look at everyone here, because they each have walked with you a little bit of the way. And they all mean a lot to you, and you're so grateful that they have been willing to come and join this party today and witness your promise to each other. A wedding ceremony, Georgia and Russ, is a little bit like a dance too. And I'm sure there's going to be some dancing tonight. I can see it already. But, you know, the dance is a beautiful metaphor also for relationship, because we heard the music, then there was the invitation of the music. And then usually follows the presentation after some negotiation. And then when everyone is ready and you committed to the dance, you're then offering enough resistance that the other person knows, I'm right here with you. Let's do this together. Then comes the embrace, and then the dance begins to flow. In some ways, the beginning of the ceremony has all these beautiful elements of the dance and what it means to commit yourself to a new life together as a family. Every couple has their own story that has brought them to this day and moment. And it's always a special thing to remember what were the steps actually that took you to this place. When did it start and where? So I've asked them to share me a few important milestones that I will share with you, and I'm sure that you will be able to read in between the lines of all the things they didn't tell me, but that you will know. So apparently it all began in 2018, working together in London, and you said, let's be honest, it was the slug. The slough. The slough, which is probably quite familiar. You worked on a project together while Georgia was leading a sales team and Russ was heading up IT. You became friends as people from the southern hemisphere usually do when they live in the north. And it was about a year or so later that love started to blossom. When Holden was about 2 years old, and then moving back to South Africa, COVID hit, and you had to spend a lot of time apart from each other on opposite sides of the world. Which reminds us a little bit as we look at this beautiful mountain that the journey that you've been on was filled with many little mountains and hills that you had to climb to arrive at this point in time. But despite all these challenges, you knew from the beginning that you were meant to be as a couple, that you were truly meant to find each other, that you followed your hearts and put your faith in the love that you deeply felt about each other. You always stayed focused, as you shared with me, focused on that blessing in your life. And then with time, you were gifted with a new home, beautiful boys. After Holden, the birth of your son Miles, new friends, continuous love, support, and growth, especially the support of your families. Georgia, you finally made it then to South Africa in early 2021. And then you both went on a few trips through the country. A special one was in November 2021. Russ, you planned a holiday to the Cape Winelands for his 38th birthday, surprising Georgia with a proposal. I think Russ has a knack for choosing dates that relate to his birthday so that he will never forget the day of proposal and never forget the wedding day. Happy birthday to you, Russ, today. You were able to celebrate your engagement together, your pregnancy, close friends in Australia, and then the famous family holiday with Holden to Mauritius. Over the next few months, you found yourselves apart again, and then finally you were able to settle. Relax a little bit, enjoy the birth of your son Miles as you celebrated your baby moon in stunning Namibia. And then Miles was born in August 2022, and since then you've been able to build a home and watch your boys grow and become best friends. And you close by saying to me, for everything unforeseen that has happened, we've spent the last 12 months or so building a beautiful community, in nurturing our family, building beautiful memories along their way. And so here you are on this, your wedding day. And to celebrate this moment, you have chosen two beautiful readings. And so I call upon the first reader, Christy, who's going to read from The Alchemist by Paolo Coelho. right here. Take your time, hold the mic close.
When he looked into her eyes, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke. The language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their heart. It was love. Something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert. What the boy felt at that moment was that he was in the presence of the only woman in his life, and that, with no need for words, she recognized the same thing. Because when you know the language, it's easy to understand that someone in the world awaits you, whether it's in the middle of a desert or in some great city. And when two such people encounter each other, the past and the future become unimportant. There is only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. And without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning.
Thank you so much. The second reading will be presented to us by Crystal, and it comes from a sonnet by Pablo Neruda. I'd like you to please join me. Thank you, Crystal.
I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way than this, where I does not exist, nor you, so close that your hand on my chest is my hand, so close that your eyes close as I fall asleep.
I'm tempted to ask Crystal to read, not just read it in for us, but to sing it for us. Hey? Raz and Georgia, two readings that will certainly journey with you. You've carefully chosen them. And the readings are always a little bit like a window into the house of your love, which we're able to open and to realize what you've come to celebrate. The language of love. The key theme of the first reading that you've chosen. That's what you kind of felt from the very beginning when the two of you met, and that language has slowly grown. The language of love also knows no distance. You know what that means. For love to travel along across continents, across all these years. And what really came out in your story to me is that you've managed many hurdles that have made you stronger and really make you feel that you are a strong team that can lean on each other. The language of love, when we ask psychologists, they will tell us, well, the language of love has many languages. And I was thinking that in this little short ceremony, we celebrate all these languages of love that you've come to experience in your relationship. The obvious languages of love, if we think of all the hard work that went into the ceremony of preparation, okay, and planning. And I think, Georgia, you carried a little bit more of that. Okay?
It looks beautiful.
But it's the language of acts of service. Yeah? The small little things in daily life that are important. That's one language of love. Then the other one that's present in the ceremony is quality time. Hmm?
It's her love
These
language.
are my love languages.
Ah, these are your love
Exactly,
languages.
slide these in.
Because the quality time is something that's something you had to create space for because of the rush and the distances. And then when you are together to realize that is special time. But also on a wedding day like this, you make us come out here into the winelands, away from the busyness of everyday life, to really allow each other, us to be present to this moment and to cherish it. It's unfortunate that all too often life becomes like, you're living to work instead of working to live. Even though I think South Africans are quite good about that, hey? Of making quality time. Acts of service, quality time, definitely present here. Another language that we all know is, of course, the language of touch. A simple touch can say so much more than many words. In fact, there are moments in life where one shouldn't say anything, where one should just trust the language of one's touch. Then what also is present here is obviously language of love is the offering of gifts. When you will offer each other your rings, it is a very profound and beautiful gift because it is meant to remind you of this day, of your moment, and of your promise to each other. But gift also reminds us that the partner will say, yes, I do to each other today, has come in many ways as a gift into your life. What I sense from your story is that in looking back, you truly think that the hand of love was at play to bring the two of you together. A beautiful and profound mystery. And then finally, maybe the most important language of love today is words of affirmation. When you offer each other your vows. It says Lasangangage. Now, as parents, you know how important these words are for your children. In fact, psychologists tell us that before you say one critical thing to the child, think of 9 positive things. We all know how we remember always the critical things, but not always the positive things that people have spoken to us. And since this concept is so familiar to you about the languages of love, as we stand here together to remind us that this journey, this relationship is also to learn each other's language of love, but also to become better at all the languages of love. And in that sense, then this journey of marriage is also not just about romance, but it takes us back to the Greek ideal of marriage, which is if you have found the right person, then you will have the one person who will help you to become a better human being also. And then love does not just become about looking at each other, but looking into the same direction and imagining the same future together. So all these languages of love are present, and before we invite you to offer each other those words of affirmation that are really the highlight of the ceremony, I want to just add one more little verse from a wonderful writer, Ben Okri, who says, in terms of words of affirmation, that what we see in people is what we create in them. That is true for your relationship with your children, but especially true of the two of you. Because the way we look at each other allows the other person to see the beauty that sometimes we ourselves don't always see. And in that sense, we celebrate today what you have created in each other by the way that you've looked at each other in a way that truly allowed everyone to grow and become the best version of oneself. And if we think of the sonnet by Pablo Neruda, he reminds us also that that journey is never finished. Because it's not just about the outer beauty that we see, but it's also about the things that happen between the shadow and the soul. The flowers that are hidden in every flower and under the earth. And that's something that you also come to celebrate because it reminds you that there is so much more potential in your relationship and so much more in terms of growth. And that's why, since you enjoy going on journeys, the journey that you start today, Georgia and Russell, is truly one of those journeys where you hope to never, ever to arrive. So we give you a moment to prepare yourself for your vows. And while the music plays, we will now celebrate the warming of the rings. So the immediate family will get a chance to hold the rings in their hands, to warm them with good wishes and blessings, all the things that you wish for us and Georgia and the children on this new journey.
Okay. Hi, everyone. That's not on the page. Okay. I, Russell, take you, Georgia, to be my wife, my partner in life, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship. I love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. I will share with you my time and attention and bring to us joy, strength, and imagination. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, through the difficulty and the difficult and the easy. No more difficulty. Whatever may come, I will always be there. I have given you my hand to hold, so I can give you my life to keep. Wait, you're gonna do this. Oh, I love you. It didn't say that on there. But I do. Okay, that hand. Yeah, and then
Feels unnatural for me.
Okay, whichever
okay.
one.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to cry.
Yeah, go for it.
I, Georgia, take you, Russell, to be my husband, my partner in life, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you and cry with you. I will share with you my time and attention and bring to us joy, strength, and imagination. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy. Whatever may come, I will always be there. I have given you my hand to hold, so I give you my life to keep. I love you.
Not yet. As a seal and sign of the covenant of marriage into which you've entered, Georgia and Russ, I invite now Holden to please present us the rings. Hey.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Thank you, Ron. You can take them here. Lovely. Georgia and Russ, these rings are a beautiful symbol for the unbroken circle of love. We know that love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. So may the rings always remind you of this day and of your promise to each other. Take a ring, hold a hand, and ask her, look at her, ask her, will you love me well and love me truly?
Georgia, will you love me well and love me truly?
I will.
Then with this ring, I thee wed.
Asking, will you love me well and love me truly?
Russie, will you love me well and love me truly?
I will.
Then with this ring I thee wed.
Russ and Georgia, it's now with great joy that I pronounce you husband and wife, and you now may seal your marriage with the ultimate kiss.
I still remember. Beautiful. Slowly. I found.
We will now proceed for the signing of the register, and I invite our two witnesses to join us to the table. For the rest of you, please make your way and form an aisle just beyond the last aisle, and help yourself with some petals, and then be ready to welcome our newly married couple. So Russ and Georgia, as you leave from here, may you always need one another. not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you to know your fullness. Thank you. Thank you. And we move to the table. Thank you.
I found you. I found you beautiful. I found you exploding. I found you. I found you. I found you. I found you beautiful. I found you exploding. I found you. Beautiful. Exploding. I found you.
Your head shakes out your heart. You're pulling yourself apart. With sweat bleeding down, I found you. Hey, I found you. Come across your face. Could this speech you got this page? I was outside my mind. Found
you. I found you beautiful. I found you exploding. I found you. In this smoking chaos, our shoulder blades kissed. I found you. And I still remember. I found you. I found you beautiful. I found you exploding. I found you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to get ready? Please make sure to throw the petals up into the air. Hey, Russ, walk slowly. Walk slowly, enjoy. It's a little aisle, walk very slowly. Okay, would you like experience? Please join right the queue. Okay. Offer the right? Let the family. Why don't you join? Ladies and gentlemen, I have the great pleasure to ask you to please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Nevin Hayson.